Loving it. Loving this. I know. It's taking me a minute to get ready. It's perfectly fine. I'm not nuts. Well, completely, okay? Not completely nuts. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little bit. Maybe really awkward. Go with that. But I ain't nuts. Anyhow, what I'm talking about is my business ordeal that I'm going into, trying to get it straight. I will be doing things on there that is very how can I put it? Don't do it. Do not do this. I'm planning on having like what is it called? Medical Mondays or something like that, you know? Where we go down and deal with medical issues. Alright? I'm gonna try talking to people at the fire department, whatever. And like the EMTs and everything, and doing medical whatnots. I'm doing alright. What about you? But what it is it's going to be these medical things that we'll be talking about, and it's going to make things. Whoa. Oh, okay. I'm not far behind, honestly. I'm just a couple of seconds off. What it's going to be is, like I said, I'm going to try to do this thing called Medical Mondays. I want to try to incorporate, where we do. On Mondays, I'll have videos up, which is all about medical everything. And I might have EMTs help out. So, in other words, well, one day we might talk about like cuts and abrasions. Then another day we might go more in depth to lacerations. We're going to go into burns and just different stuff like that for Medical Mondays. Hey, if you're making a bag, you know, you might want to add this in, you might want to add this in. It depends on where you live, you know. Do this huge thing back and forth. Alright? And it's all going to be about, well, medical stuff. Anything from medical preparations to medical needs to how to treat things. Hey, this is what you should have in your house possibly. You know, all this cool stuff. And the reason is because if I can get all this stuff going, I mean, like I said, if my business fails, I'm just looking at it like this. If my business fails, but I saved somebody's life, did I really fail? You know what I'm saying? Did I honestly fail if I saved somebody's life? Well, where did you learn this? Well, I learned it from this dude on YouTube that's kind of retarded, but you know, he's there, he helps out, he does this, he does that, he talks about all this different training and everything, and just go on and on and on about it. Well, you know, he taught you something that's really helpful, and it might have just saved your life. Wow. This dude from YouTube kind of saved my life by teaching me this? Oh, yeah. Think about that for a second. Just think about it. Hey, I know that you're out of business, but you saved somebody's life. Yeah, it was about 70 here. It was actually pretty cold. We had this like misty rain type deal all day. But am I right though? Am I right to think about it that way? I mean, I know I'm not going to be a billionaire off of this business. Honestly, I'm not. Hell, it might not even pay for, going about it. But what it does do is it sets up a goal. It sets up something that can help other people. And if I can sit back and say, hey, I helped one person. I helped one person with this business. I saved one life with this business. I'm happy. I really am. It's like, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an EMT, I'm not, this or that. But it's like, if I can save one individual, that's all. I succeeded. That'd be awesome, though. Just for one person to say, hey, you helped me. I think it would be awesome, at least. Oh, man. Oh, I can't wait. Get all these fields and everything all done. Get them all replanted. Put some more soy into the ground. I don't know, maybe. What should I plant? I always ask what I should plant, and it's like, I get like 0 responses. Needs lime, needs fertilizer, needs a rollin'. No, it said she cannot sing everyone. She's on starting her first song. Never heard of the person. If you don't like something, I believe it should be okay that you say that you don't like it. Okay? Because now you're placing it as an opinion. And if you're placing something as an opinion, alright, there's a right way and a wrong way to do it, but it's simply just an opinion. If you hate somebody for their opinion, you're just as bad as the person placing the opinion, because you know what I'm saying? You should never hate on somebody's opinion. I don't agree with everybody that I talk to. I really don't. And I tell them, I don't agree with this, or I don't agree with that, whatever. Okay? I straight out say, hey, I don't like what you're saying. Maybe I don't understand it, whatever. But, you can't hate on somebody's opinion. I mean, just how they are. Like those sappy TikTok videos, I don't like them. I really don't. But I'm also gonna state right on top of that, that's my opinion. You know? I'm not that type of person. The wife's like, oh, ain't this guy so great? Yeah, sure, whatever. Oh, he knows how to deal with a relationship. Well, if you feel like divorcing me and marrying him, go for it. Be happy for you, you know? How can you say it like that? This is what I get out of her. It's like, how can you say it like that? Well, because I don't own you, I don't control you, and you can do what you want. It's how I feel in life. Will I be sad? Well, yeah, I will be. But I'm not going to like try to control somebody or whatever. I'm not going to tell somebody what their opinions can and can't be. It's not me. I might give my feelings about it, my ideas about it, however you want to put it, and it's like, if it's not liked, it's whatever. I don't care. Like I say though, I'm not here to control anybody. I'm not here to tell them how or what to think, so just do you, and I'll do me. Oh, I can't wait. This is almost done. Get around in here once more. And then do the whole back and forth game up there. And H. Good. He can take care of himself for a little bit. Oh yes, he's hooked up. Ready to go. I mean, yo, honestly, tell you the honest truth about it. Nowadays, with kids raising kids, it's what you're gonna get. I absolutely hate how some of my family is raising their kids. But when you're like 18, 17, whatever, and you have a kid, it's like, dude, you can't even get out of the house. And you have a kid? Well, I have a job. And that's one of my favorite lines to get out of them. I have a job. It's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Before we had Mr. Wyatt, my wife and I both were making money. We were married. You know, we had everything going before we had Mr. Wyatt. I mean, were we 100% ready? I don't think so. I wasn't. I know I wasn't. Okay? She already had 2 kids. I've dated most of my girlfriends and stuff. I mean, they had kids, but was I honestly ready for it? No. But I also feel, hey, you never will be. But at least I'm an adult. I'm taking care of him, you know? I'm doing my part. And I absolutely hate I hate how people just, their kids are raising kids. Hey. Like I said, I don't know the whole story of what happened. I can't really give my opinion on it. I'm just saying how I feel about things, and how I feel about things is today's society, kids are raising kids. You see it more and more. And MTV kind of glorifies it in that pregnant teenager show thing that they have. I think they kind of glorify it in all the wrong ways. Oh yes, I had a really hard day today. I was raising my kid and I had to go to school and I have a job and... Well, ain't this your fault? Just saying. Just throwing it out there. Ain't this your fault that you're pregnant? Well, I was never expecting this. Are you stupid? Just asking. Just asking. I mean, I watched some of it. I watched some of it and this girl's like, I was never expecting this. I'm like, didn't they teach you about this in school? Yes, when a boy and a girl do this together, there is a potential for a baby. Duh? Like, seriously, duh? I mean... I get a lot of hate at work. I get a lot of hate out on the street, how I think. I get hate from everywhere. And you know what? She's just gonna need to get bigger shoulders to deal with it. Honestly. It's one of those things that you just have to say, suck it up. It's life. And there's nothing you can really do about it. Especially if she's the one who screwed up, whatever. It's like, you're gonna have to deal with this. You made your bed, now lie in it. I mean, that's how I feel about it. If I screw up, I mean, who's there to really hold my hand? If she screws up as a teenager, who's there to hold her hand? Oh, I need everybody's support? Nah. Nah. Get a job, get a life, get over it. Why don't I show my face on here? Is that what you're asking? Well, it's real simple. I am broke because of bills and everything. And I cannot afford a camera. You see, I have no problem showing my face. I do it all the time. I don't care. The public sees me all the time. I don't care. But I do not get paid really good to like have a camera. When I get my viewership up, whatever, I get enough people to subscribe to me, you know what? I will buy me a camera. When I can afford it, I have no problem buying me one. Actually, tell you the truth, I'm looking at a camera. You ready? It's a Canon M50. That's what I'm actually looking at right now. To get. And I was going to get it for my business. When I get my business up and rolling, yeah, my face is going to be all over. You know? I might always be having it on the camera for that. Whether my wife's behind me or in front of me holding it, whatever, I don't care. You know? I'll be doing it on there all the time. But right now, it's like I said, I just really am way too broke. Oh man. But like I said, I've already been looking into that. I've been looking into a lot of things. I'm trying to do a lot of things. I gotta get a hold of a lawyer. I gotta go to the courthouse. You like this? Getting a hold of a lawyer. Because some of the things on my channel you just might not want to do at home. How about that one? And I want to get a lawyer in case somebody does try to replicate what I do. So a lawyer can be like, yo, no. No. It already said, do not do this. You know? Do not say that my client said this or this or this. It already says, do not do. Not this one. Ah, this little guy here. Vroom vroom. That's the main reason why I want that. Just so I can't get sued by anybody. Cause I know somebody's gonna be like, yo, you was showing this on here and it showed that it was perfectly fine and I'd have no problems, and now I lost my arm or whatever case may be. I'm gonna be like, nah, it says right here, this is a dumb idea to do. The only reason why I'm getting away with it is because I'm the dumb person to show you why it's dumb. I mean, that's my whole goal on that. Is be like, hey, don't do this because of this. You know? It's the whole goal. It's a dumb idea to do this, this, and this. If this happens, this is how you solve it, or potentially how you could solve it. But still recommended, don't get yourself in the situation in the first place. I am trained to screw up. I am very good at screwing up. You like that? 2 good thoughts on this. Don't do it. Oh man, here we go. It's like 10 in North Texas. Yeah, well, it's 11 here. We have an hour difference still. It hasn't changed. Oh, here we go. Here's a thought. Holding her chest, saying that it's difficult for her to speak. Well, guess what? Different strokes for different folks is a really common phrase that's used. And it means everybody's a little bit different. If you don't like how somebody's different, don't watch them. Wow. Look how simple that got solved. There's a lot of crap I don't watch. I don't like basketball. I don't watch it. I don't like the individuals that believe that they're doing something by kneeling for the flag. I don't believe in it. I'm completely against it. So, you know how I solve it? I watch it. That's the cool part about this country. If I don't like something, there's nothing telling me that I have to watch it. I think my watch just keeled over. No, no, no. The wifey is making TikToks. Oh yeah, it's halfway fertilized. That's awesome. Don't need anything fertilized. Oh, that's great. Need to cut more grass, put in some more buildings. Oh, yay. Need to get my trees up. Oh, yay. All this is done. That tractor up there is just way too expensive to run most of the time. I would love to be able to dump off all this. I don't know why it won't, but it just won't. It's like it won't like anything. Will this work? Oh! You caught it, right? Haha. I fingered it out. Wow. Oh, that's cool. So, what I'm figuring out is I can lower it. I can raise it. I can tip it. And I can put it all back. That's cool. I fingered it out. Alright. Get this and set it over here for now. Get my little chopper thing out. Yes. Yes, I believe a lot of it is kids raising kids. If you're having a kid before the age of, like, I don't know, before you can drink, if you're having a kid before you can drink, yeah, you're still like a kid. Honestly. I can't drink yet, but I got 3 kids. Really? Really? It's like, how do you figure that you're like a full adult now? You can't even drink. You can barely vote. And you have kids? So yeah, like I said, it is kids raising kids. When you go around and you see, I'm not even going to say a chick or a guy. It's neither nor. Who cares? If you're seeing individuals with babies and they have not even graduated high school? Really? That's a kid raising a kid in my book. You know? You tell me where that's not. You know? And it is so common these days. When I was in school, we had 3, 4, 5 people that were pregnant and still in high school. They're kids. Yes, to me that's a problem. Yeah, 20. I got 21. Yes. That's the... Honestly, I think that's young. That is young. You know, I was in my 30s before I had my son. I was in like my mid-30s. Actually, he's 2 now. I was in my mid-30s before having him. You ready for what I had before him? I had a house in my name, a vehicle, actually couple vehicles in my name type deal. I was working like full-time job. My wife was working a full-time job. Yeah. That was before we had our son. And I'm not saying Walmart or Dollar General. I'm not saying that we were doing like that. I mean, well, yeah, my wife was at Dollar General, but point being is I had a job that has good medical benefits and everything else. I know. When you look at it, okay, I know, whatever, individuals that it's like, well, I have two jobs. Yes, you have 2 jobs that you work 20 hours a week. You know? You work 30 hours a week between the 2 of them. And you really think that you can support a kid? You see, I believe if you're still living with your parents, you should not have a baby, probably. Well, that's good. But I'm looking at it like this. If you are living with your parents, do you really think that you should have a kid? If you can't even pay your own bills, nah, you shouldn't have a kid. You still are the kid. You see, your parents are an exception to this. They really are. If they had their own house and all this happy-go-lucky going for them, alright? Honestly, if they have all this going for them, they're an exception to the rule. But where I'm coming from is when somebody's like, oh, well, I have my own place. Oh, really? Or I have a place. I have a place. Where's your place? With my parents. My next question is you stupid? You're still a baby. If you are living with your parents and have a kid, there's something wrong. I'm not for all that. I am completely against that. If any of my 3 boys say, well, I have a baby, and they're like still living with me type deal, it's no. I know people on that aspect too. One of my friends, she had her son. She was 16, living on her own, with a job, and going to school. But yeah, like I said, she was 16, going to school, had a job, had everything going. I mean, I'm not knocking her one bit on that. Now she's manager at a place that she works. I forget what it's called. When you fill out the paperwork to be able to live on your own and not be like, not have your parents there to like, whatever. What's her name? Drew Barrymore did it. I can't think of what it's called right now. Basically, it's saying that you're capable of living on your own and you don't need your parents to hold your hand anymore. And you don't want to be with your parents anymore. That's what a friend of mine did. Now she's on her own, she's doing great, she's married, has a husband, has like 3, 4 kids, whatever. He has a decent job. I mean, the two of them are happy together, whatever. I'm thrilled. I think the last time, I can't say one of the last times I was around her, but the one time I was around her, I made her cry like a little baby. Oh yeah, it was for her wedding. I made her cry like a little baby for her wedding. Because I was with my ex-wife and we were fighting at the time. And it's like, I'm not going to the wedding. She's like, well, I am, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, I showed up at her wedding just before she was going to walk down the aisle, whatever. And I said, what, you think I was going to miss this for you? Are you nuts? You stupid like that? Come on, I'm not gonna miss this. And the tears just started flowing. But yeah, in America we have a huge, huge, huge problem. We're not raising kids right anymore. I really believe that. I believe that we are failing society. And I looked at the boys and I said, just remember, because I got 3 boys. 2-step boys, but either or, they're my 3 boys. 11, 13, and 2. And I look at the 11-year-old and 13-year-old and said, just remember, America's done. We are not the greatest anymore. We are falling behind. And look at your generation. Just look at how your generation is. It's like, how can I put it? This new generation, from what I'm seeing, I mean, it's from what I'm seeing here. Okay, this next generation coming up, I'm not going to say everybody, I'm not going to generalize it to the whole, but from what I'm seeing with this next generation, it's bad. It really is. They are the smartest, dumbest generation I know of. I see it every day when I see help wanted sign, help wanted sign, help wanted sign, and I look at these kids, I'm like, hey, you're old enough to work there, right? Yeah, why don't you get a job? Well, why should I? Because it's the right thing to do? I don't know. Is this a trick question? Why should you get a job? I don't know, to quit being lazy? It's a good start. And this is what I'm seeing out of this generation. You don't need to get a job. Welfare will support you. But like I say, I live in a low income area. So when I say what I make into people and they're like, wow, you get paid that much? I mean, a pickup line for me is really simple. I've got a good job. That's a pickup line around here. Just saying I've got a good job. And it's sad. It's like, I'm going to school for this. I'm going to school for this. I'm going to school for this. I talked to this one girl, she was in college. She had to have been in college for 8 years. And I had one major problem. She hands me a can of game fuel because she did not know how to open it. Figure it out. Well, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you to do it. I can't figure it out. It's a can of game fuel. Open it. Open it. She could not figure out how to open up a can of game fuel. So, here's what you do for a situation like that. I do know how to open it. You don't know how to open it. I want me a can of game fuel because I'm falling asleep here at work. So, why don't you buy me a can for me and I'll open yours? Why do you pay your mechanic $60 an hour? It's really simple. Because you don't know how to do the work on your own vehicle. It's that simple in life. You see, there's rumors in my family, alright? Here's how bad it was in my family. Here's how poor my family was raised. But they have common sense. I believe my grandfather's brother was sold because the family could not afford to feed another mouth. So they sold him off to a richer family for food and everything, for like yearly food type deal, yearly expenses. So they sold him off to another family that could afford it. I tell you anything? Yeah. I was talking to a black woman at work. And I had this conversation. Cause she's all, oh yeah, you're white, you're against me type deal. If you're white, you're against me, blah, 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 blah. She does that whole ordeal. And I'm like, oh. She goes, well, we had slaves back in the day. Okay. Well, here you go. You want to complain about a family being sold? Huh, what about mine? And she's like, oh, I had no clue. And then, you ready for the best part about it? The best part. I said, you may know him. And I told her his name, and she goes, I think I've worked with him. I mean, some people that run away is good. It's good that they do. It's always a tragedy type deal. But it's not always wrong. Some people run away and make great lives. They really do. Other people just, it's not so great for them. Like, some people that look all homeless and everything, they do it because they want to. That's how they want to live. I don't know why, but they do. It's how they want to live. That's their prerogative. That's them. I've met some really cool people, though, that you think is homeless. But it's like the dude has thousands and thousands of dollars. He just wants to be like that. I met an old man when I was driving truck. Me and this old man had a long conversation. I'm talking hours of conversation. And then he started showing me like all this stuff and everything that he had. I'm like, you don't have that. And he's like, yeah, that's me next to it. That's me fixing it. And these are like these really nice cars and everything. And I'm like, and why are you the way that you are? He goes, because I want to be. This is what makes me happy. I'm like, oh, well then. That's awkward. We got a guy down fire department, okay? A dude's nuts half the time you think when you're talking to him, whatever. But when you really get talking to him, okay? You realize how smart he is. Dude's a businessman. By looking at him, you'd never know it. I'll tell you, he's not broke. I'll go with that one. If he wants money, he just goes down to the bank and says, oh, I can grab him, you know, a couple $100,000. Easy. But it's something to a fighter jet that him and somebody else did something with the seats for it, for the ejection seats. They changed the idea behind them to make them safer. And then I guess from my understanding that his daughter ended up being the first one to have to use it. So he like saved his daughter's life by making some part for the ejection seat. I don't know, that's how the story goes anyhow. Like I said, dude's not dumb. Dude's really smart. Go back to this one. He knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing. You gotta trust him. When it comes to business, he's helped the fire department so much. Like unbelievable numbers of so much. Cotton, canola, corn. I think I'm gonna do a thing of corn. Sunflowers, no. Soy, no, I don't want this one. I want the other one. So I think I'm gonna try and do sorghum. It grows fast. Actually, I think oats grow faster. For like a day. Hit this again. Oats. There we go. But, I mean, we all have our opinions. We all have our ideas on how things should go. Being in a little bit. We all have our ideas on how things should be done, but we cannot make choices for other people. It's not our job. Our jobs are basically to hope for the best for the other people. Like I say, I'm not here to raise the children. I am here to give them the best chance that I can. A friend of mine, his son just joined the fire department tonight. Congratulations! Yes, I know. But at the fire department, we're not there to raise his son. We're not there to be like mommy and daddy to them. Our job is to help him in growth, you know? We want to see him succeed and do well. We want him to be like the best that he can be himself. Whatever position, job, whatever he does in life, we just want the best out of it. If he just goes through our junior program or whatever for 4 years or whatever and then says, hey, I want nothing to do with the fire department, okay. It's like we're not here to make the choice for you to become a firefighter or not. It's just we are here to help you do as good as possible. Maybe he learns leadership positions and roles, and that's something that he does in life. I mean, that's part of the fire department though. Learning leadership positions and roles. That is part of the fire department. I mean, people think, oh, all you do is put out fires. No, not even close. And he just found that out the other night too. when he said that I just want to be fire police, and I looked at him and said, you ain't touching that position until you're 18. And he's like, well, why not? I'm like, well, because you just can't. It's in our rules and regulations. You can't. You're going to be on the road. You cannot be under the age of 18 if you're on the road. It's for safety. Well, what am I gonna do? Well, we can put you through all these different classes. We can give you all this gear. We can teach you all this. I was smoking at the age of like 13, 14. But it's like, we can give you all this gear. We can do this. We can take you to house fires and everything. You can do the hazmat courses. You can do all this fun stuff, whatever. I mean, come on. We can put a live hose in your hand. We can take you to trainings. You know, we can have you pump the trucks. We can have you doing all this. You know? And it's fun. It's exciting. Let's go on a call to a house fire. Let's do it once. You know? Oh, dude, I was here in Pennsylvania when I was drinking and everything, smoking. I changed my life around a lot, trust me. I'm a lot better of a person now. Man, this is looking so good. But anyhow, I'm probably going to have to finish this later. I need to get off. I need to do things. I need to get to bed. I need to get sleep. I need to wake up in the morning. I need to go to work. So I can keep doing this. So, if you haven't hit the like, please do. If you haven't hit subscribe, please do. Other than that, have a good day, have a good night, have a good evening, have a good whatever it is when you're watching this video. Well, be safe, have fun, and I will probably talk with you all tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody.